Federal judge recently ruled against an executive order from President Trump that sought to eliminate government support for diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI programs. This ruling is significant as it highlights ongoing tensions surrounding DEI initiatives in the U.S. What happened? U.S. District Judge Adam Abelson issued a preliminary injunction that prevents the Trump administration from enforcing its orders aimed at terminating equity-related federal contracts and grants. A judge determined that these executive orders likely violate free speech rights and were too vague to be effectively implemented. Now, let's break down what we're really talking about here. DEI programs are designed to promote inclusive environments within organizations, especially for historically marginalized communities. Aim to create equal opportunities regardless of race or background, and have gained increased attention in recent years following calls for racial justice. The relevance of this case cannot be understated. The outcome signifies a legal victory for those who argue that efforts to roll back such programs may infringe upon constitutional rights and undermine public institutions' ability to foster diversity. As noted by Judge Abelson, the harm arises from the issuance of it as a public, vague, threatening executive order. A sentiment was echoed by plaintiffs in the case, including the City of Baltimore and various educational organizations, who argued that Trump's actions not only overreach presidential authority, but also create uncertainty around funding necessary for educational and community services. What do sources think about this? According to reports from CBS News, ABC 7, NPR, Associated Press, among others, Judge Abelson's ruling has been largely seen as a check on presidential power regarding DEI initiatives. Doubt that while the Trump administration claimed these measures were meant to align spending with civil rights laws priorities, many observers believe they serve more as a chilling effect on free speech regarding diversity efforts. Looking at potential impacts, if upheld, this ruling could protect numerous DEI initiatives across both public and private sectors. Any organizations rely on federal funding for projects that encourage diversity, thus ensuring these funds remain accessible, could shape hiring practices and institutional culture nationwide. Historically speaking, efforts to increase diversity within government agencies have faced opposition before, most notably during earlier civil rights movements, when similar goals were met with resistance framed as protecting merit. Moreover, Trump's previous administration also saw lawsuits concerning other measures related to minority rights, which indicates a pattern of legal challenges stemming from his policies. In light of all this context, what does the bigger picture look like? The fight over DEI is not just legal, it's deeply tied into societal values around race and equality in America today. Critics of DEI often argue it can lead to reverse discrimination or undermine meritocracy. However, supporters assert it's essential for addressing systemic inequities built into our systems over generations. In conclusion, my analysis suggests we are witnessing not just a courtroom battle, but rather an ideological clash over America's future values regarding inclusivity versus traditionalism in governance. We move forward, understanding these complexities will be crucial not just for lawmakers, but for each citizen engaged in civic life. Implications reach far beyond judicial rulings. They touch upon how we view fairness and opportunity itself in society today.